Good morning. Good morning. We're going to go ahead and come right into our live today. And we are going to check out the markets in the sense of Forex Factory first. And then we're going to jump right into the markets. We're going to see what's going on with these news events today and see what opportunities are coming to us pretty much this week. So, as of right now, of course, I jump on Forex Factory first. That's the very first thing that I do. We're going to go ahead and see. So, right now, we have USD news. We have core PPI coming up at 7:30, so another 2.5 hours from now. And then we do have this core PPI as well, the month to month. This one's October data. Um, and this one's going to be dropping, I assume, at the same time. So this is previous data, and this is the current information as well. So, and then just continuing to go down the list, we have a handful of other USD newses throughout the day. Lots of yellow folders, so some opportunities of coming into the market with some movement. And then Thursday, we do have a GBP, GDP. So, gross domestic products tomorrow as well. So, right now I'm in GU for a sell, right? So, with being in GU for a sell, we have news events today and news events at 1 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So, with that said, we just have to be mindful that price could literally come around and do some crazy stuff between now and then. You just never know, to be honest. So this is the trade that I'm currently in at this very moment. So I have my stop loss right above the pivot high, and then price has came down. It came down really nicely, but now it's in this retracement phase at this very moment. And we are waiting for another opportunity where price is going to continue to break down lower. Once we get an opportunity of this, we could actually add to the position. And then once we add to the position, this could give us a secondary opportunity to get in for a little bit of a larger move, of a continuation move. The only downfall for potentially adding is going to be core PPI today. I personally don't know how much the market will move on a PPI day. So that's definitely something, if you're aware of, go for it. If you're not aware of, maybe not trade it, maybe just put it in the back burner for today and just watch how the market actually reacts to PPI. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So again, news events are coming out today, and then news events tomorrow based upon the pair that we're currently in. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump right into our charts. So going right into our charts, we have here, we have the DXY. So I was anticipating a pullback, and we got to pretty much where I would like to have gone for our pullback area. And now we're kind of plateauing a little bit at this very moment. So we'll see how price continues to react, and if price will continue to head down, or if we are going to start heading back up. But as of right now, we just kind of plateaued right here at this previous support that's then turned resistance. So for that reason, we're looking good to have a possible reversal back to the downside. Give me just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Let me turn the camera back on. All right. So just continuing with what I was explaining. So the DXY, I'm still in the expectation that we are going to continue in the down direction. There's a possibility that we could come down find some footing and become bullish again, right? There's always a possibility of that because we were in this bullish trend previously, and we have this overall higher low that was created. So we'll only time will tell if we become bullish, but we would have to become bearish first, and then after becoming bearish, then if it started to show signs of bouncing, then at that point we would look for some bullish opportunities to head back up in the bullish direction. But that's kind of like completing DXY as of right now. And then we're going to jump right into GU. So this is GU at the very moment. So GU, we're going to go to a daily first. So GU daily, let's see what we got here. Turn off everything as of this moment. So we were in this nice uptrend here, starting to plateau a little bit. So this is currently what I'm seeing. We have came up above these EMAs, broke below, but we didn't break that significantly below the EMAs. And then we continue to go stay above. Then we recently broke below the EMAs, and now we came back to the EMA, and we're currently starting to reject the EMAs as of right now. This right here is kind of like a tweezer top that's kind of forming right now at this pivotal point. We have pulled back, and this is possibly the high for the day as we continue to try to sell off. With core PPI, we could get a little bit more of a retracement before we continue to sell off, but only time will tell what could happen with news. Right now on the 4-hour, same concept as coming back to the EMA. We currently broke below the EMA, kind of gave this little bit of a higher low, which I don't love this higher low that was planted. I was really aiming for it to go all the way down to these lows first before anything. So now that it planted a higher low, that's giving a bullish possibility of buyers coming back into the market. Me personally, I don't like that as much, but it's perfectly fine. We're coming in, and now I would love to see some sellers come back into the market around this 50% area, and then we start selling off from here. That's my ultimate goal. If we can get a nice 2-hour, 1-hour candlestick closure that gets back below the EMA, this would be a great sign for the continuation to occur. But as of right now, we have broken above the EMA, and we're holding the EMA once again. So that's just showing, sorry, that's showing bullish signals off of GU. So yeah, we'll just kind of keep on monitoring GU just to see how it does. I'm not too personally worried upon it. We have our stop loss in order. We have our take profit in order. And now we're just letting the trade kind of play out at this very time. And then let's see what other opportunity there is. So going right into gold. Gold hasn't presented a entry as of yet for me. Gold pretty much was coming up in this nice uptrend here. I can jump over to a daily as well. So daily gold has just been pushing and pushing and pushing up. We're showing some plateau, and now we're pushing back up currently. So dropping over to a 4-hour, we have here the most recent information. We had price come up, 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 all the way to here. We have this Fibonacci zone that's kind of formed. So A, B, and now we're waiting for a pullback to C. But as of right now, we are currently still continuing the bullish trend. Me personally, I'm not looking to get into this bullish trend right now because I personally like 4-hour swing highs, swing lows. And right now, this has not presented me a 4-hour setup. at least. So for that reason, I would have to just wait until the move is done, and then we get a full retracement off of this bigger time frame move. So that's currently what I'm waiting for right now. Is price has started just kind of coming up, came down, came up, came down, and it could come up. And I'm thinking we're going to get a nice big retracement here. Let me go ahead and delete this one. And then once price is done making this overall move up, we get a nice retracement. And then from this retracement, then we continue to head back to the up direction. So that's currently what I'm thinking on gold. Um, Not too much going on gold at this very moment. We're starting to reject high, right? Reject the high, rejecting the high, trying to break out. So it's just kind of like we're rejecting highs and we're rejecting lows. So it's showing signs of bullishness, but at the same time, weak bullish structure. So for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and stay out until I have a clear, defined like bullish structure in my eyes. And then let's go ahead and jump right into silver. Silver wise, I was thinking the same concept, right? I want to overall pull back before we continue. This we can actually extend all the way up here for now. Not too much going on silver, but silver is currently at $90 per ounce. So that's pretty crazy that we're still riding this crazy uptrend. So once we get an opportunity, then we'll get in. But I'm not currently sitting here and trying to ride the small momentum. I don't get on the 5 minute. I don't get on the 15 minute. All I do is I trade based upon the weekly, daily, and 4 hour direction. And then if I get a solid 2 hour, 1 hour entry, I have seen that work for me time again and time again. So right now we do not have that entry point. So once we get that entry point, then I'll be all hands on deck. So that entry point kind of looks like this. We have a overall move to the up direction, very sharp, very straight up, and then we get a 50% or larger retracement. So between the 50 and 78 retracement, and then we get that continuation move. And if you see right here, that 78, somewhere between that 78 61 would play a really nice role off of this major uptrend area here. So this would play out very nicely if we pulled all the way back to kind of like this zone. We can also see that this is a nice support resistance zone right here as well. So for all of these reasons, this is the area that I would be interested in getting in for another buy. As of right now, right, the momentum could continue to ride, and I don't question that whatsoever. I just personally am not looking to try to enter a trade currently, as the momentum continues to push aggressively to the upside. And then we have UJ. We can go over to the daily off of UJ. So I ended up getting out of my UJ position pretty close to where this pivotal top has occurred. And that would be on this one right here. So if we go to closed positions, you can actually see that I closed out of my most recent positions. This was a nice solid $600 trade right here. I had a small $32 loss. So you can see the risk to reward on here is significantly higher. But yeah, overall, off of this entire account right here, oops, I am up $1,337. And for passing, we only need 1,500 in order to pass this exact account. So right here, we're actually up almost $100, and we're very close on passing this account, but unfortunately we came back into like the drawdown area. But I'm anticipating that we're going to continue to head back to the downside. So I'm personally not worried upon this as of this moment. If we do get taken out with a stop loss, hey, just wait for another trade. It's all good, one day at a time, right? And then let's just jump right back into these charts right here. So now that we broke these highs, this is what I currently have. I have a Fibonacci from A, and then my new Fibonacci is going to be B right here. And then I'm anticipating a pullback to at least the 50%, which is now my previous support resistance zone. So my previous resistance zone, I'm expecting to turn to support for that continuation. So now that we have this nice move to the upside, I would love to see a nice pullback and then a continuation back up to the negative 27. And then off of the 4-hour, we can see that we have been riding this momentum up. And we had a nice bearish engulfing bar that came down as of right now. But yeah, not too much going on here. Just going to be waiting for the opportunity where price comes down to my area before I look for a buy opportunity. And then last but not least, I was actually looking at UCAD the other day. So let's take a glance at UCAD. So UCAD off of the daily. Let's see. Daily kind of wicked to the downside. It hasn't moved that much this today. So let me just pinpoint this, right? So we're at this support resistance zone here. We already tapped the 50%. So all I'm looking for right now off of UCAD is a bearish signal to head back to the downside. And as of right now, this is the most recent higher low, and this is the most recent higher high. So I would need a break of this bullish structure, and then a retest somewhere, afterwards, and then a continuation wise. So as of right now, I haven't gotten any of that. As we're just kind of moving sideways. So as the market moves sideways, I'm just kind of chilling. So nothing to get in, nothing to sell, nothing to buy, just waiting and seeing what opportunities present itself. And if the opportunity presents itself, we could get a nice breakout today off of news. And then we could be getting in for a nice entry tomorrow after the news event pulls back. And then we continue sometime tomorrow. US 30. Just kind of watching US 30 right now. I don't love the sideways action that it's currently creating. So price has been in this up move, pullback, up move, pullback, up move, pullback, up move right here, pullback, and then it's just all sideways right now. So I'm currently not too invested in this. I was expecting that we're going to get a pullback, and we're currently pulling back right now. So we could get a pullback to the 50, the 61, or even the 78, and then aim for a higher high after that. So that's currently what I'm thinking off of US 30. But I'm not currently looking for any direct trade opportunities right now. I'm just watching the market off of US 30. Let's see, S&P 500, we're in this bullish trend, broke this little downtrend area here, but we're really hesitating on breaking the highs. So this is not really showing me a bullish signal fully yet, because we're getting very, very weak near these highs. And then NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is going to be the same thing as the S&P 500. The only difference here is that we are also in a bearish trend, as well as this bullish trend right here, giving us a consolidation zone. We are currently breaking out of the consolidation zone, so that's really good. The only downfall that I can see right now is that we can see this continuation pattern here, but the only downfall is it's failing to break the high, failing to break the high, failing to break the high, and now it's coming back down. So that had three multiple fells to breaking the high. So for those reasons, again, I'm not interested in taking any of these trades right now. I just want to see how price reacts, and then we'll just kind of see if there's any additional opportunities here in the future to get in for a buy opportunity. But as of right now, I am currently not interested. And they already went through gold and back to GU. And just coming back to GU off of the 1 hour, we're currently back to the EMA. We'll kind of see if we break the EMA, and if we break the EMA off of a 1 hour candlestick, I might enter for a half size once again. And that half size, I would be putting my stop loss back at my original stop loss, giving me a larger position. But it would actually be more risk on the table. But I'm perfectly fine with adding to this position because of two things. It's gone in our direction currently. Like it's already moved in our direction some. Now it's pulled back, and now it's giving us a second opportunity for another entry point. The only thing is the stop loss wouldn't be, or the stop loss remains the same, but our area of entry would be lower, giving us a lesser risk reward. So I think I had a 1 in 8, and this one is going to be a 1 in 4. So I mean, it still meets our criteria of a 1 to 3 bare minimum. So for that reason, I will be able to go ahead and enter this trade. But we have to wait the 38 minutes out and see what opportunities present itself at the closure of this candlestick. Because I could get in, say, right now at 37 minutes left. But what could happen is we can enter this trade, and then price comes down, and then price starts heading all the way back up. And then we close as this like hammer candle, and that would not be a great signal. So I don't mind closing about like opening a position when we're nearing the final 10 minutes of a candle, depending on news events that are coming out. If it's right before a news event candle, then no. But if it's just like a regular candle opening on the next candle and we're strong in one direction, I don't mind adding in my position at that very time. But as of this moment, we are 37 minutes away from the closure of this candle, and a lot can happen in 37 minutes. So for that reason, I'm going to just wait out, and hopefully we can go ahead and get a nice closure below. But that's going to be pretty much wrapping up my pre-market analysis for today. Hopefully everybody had a great opportunity, and they're kind of seeing the opportunities in the markets as I'm going through the pre-markets. If y'all have any specific questions, feel free to drop a comment, so therefore I can help out in that regard. If there's a specific pair that you would love for me to break it down, again, just feel free to reach out and let me know. So therefore I can go ahead and possibly add that to the pre-market as well. All right, guys, y'all take it easy. And if y'all need anything, just feel free to reach out. Thank you.